Yes, good evening, everyone. This is Brother Benson Media. We are back again to continue the discussion, majorly on what has been happening on today, maybe tomorrow, the headlines. Yes, allow me to take this opportunity to invite everyone who will be viewing and those who will view later, and to also invite our subscribers as we'll be continuing this discussion. Anyone who is willing to join to give their contribution, I've shared the link uh, via the comment section. You can just click the link and then you join the show. We will highly appreciate. Mr. Miguda, you can say hi to our viewers.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Brother Benson Media. And we look forward to have a very interactive session.
Okay, thank you. I can see Mr. Kip is also here. Mr. Kip, thank you. For the first time you've joined the show while you're starting. Thank you. Yeah. So
guys, you just continue. I'm on my telephone call for 2-3 minutes, and then I'll join you. No problem.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. So I just want us to discuss about what has been trending, the issue of the acting police inspector, Mr. Masengeli, is not been following the laws of the Republic of Kenya, especially the ones issued by the courts. We're also looking into the issue of Adani. Adani, this plan of them taking over Jkia, and it is not, the people of Kenya are not finding it well with it is not well with the people of Kenya. We've seen demonstration among the people who are interested in it, people who have interest, but again, even the workers have been having a different, an objective opinion. We'll also have to look into Ruto marking 2 years, what he has really achieved and what he's also gone through. We'll also have a discussion on the issue of Gachagua. We saw that 40 member of parliament from Mount Kenya said that they would be following, and the person that they are calling as their kingpin is one Professor Kindiki. Yeah, so those are among the topics that we'll have to discuss today. I can see Mr. Kip is now free. Maybe you can say hi to our viewers before we get into the discussion.
Okay, how are you guys?
You okay? How are you?
I'm fine. I see the guy here. Is it Obura?
Oh yes.
Yes, I see Obura. Naona amenunua shati. Uchumi kwake iko sawa. Sisi tuko kwa polo t-shirts with the same colors.
Welcome. That's Mr. Miguda. It's Miguda who has a new shirt.
Miguda ndiye amenunua shati, sisi tuko ma t-shirt.
Yeah.
And smile kabisa. Anyway, welcome people. Let's have a very proper discussion for all of us. And also the people on the comment section, can you really join us on the video or the platform we discuss together? And the show will be so lively when we are all together.
Yeah, I've just reshared the link.
Yeah, share the link to the people. And we'll have so many what do you normally call panelists?
Sorry?
We have so many panelists so that we can contribute together.
Yeah. So allow me to also acha nikaribishe Benson. Thank you for watching. Gibson Corner, thank you for your kind comments. We're also saying hi. We would wish that you also join the show for the first time to kusikize, utupe maoni yako. on these issues that we want to look into. Yeah, so Mr. Migud, I think I've briefly mentioned the topic that we are supposed to discuss. I think first we should start with the acting police inspector, and he has been seen as not respecting the court orders, and this has really landed him into problems with the court. Remember, this case was filed by the LSK community. This is a group that these are a group of lawyers. LSK is a body that is that lawyers are answerable, that license the lawyers. Yeah. So they filed this case together with some friends. Their friends, among them are people who are fighting for the rights of the people of Kenya. We saw them. They were also standing by the lawyers. And they're saying that among the reasons why they took this case is because the people of Kenya have been disappearing. The people of Kenya have not, they just disappear, hawaonekani. Watu wanashangaa kwani wameenda wapi? Wengine hawajapatikana hadi leo, and it is becoming a stressful thing to their family and even the people of Kenya. So the reasons why he was supposed to come to court and explain to the people of Kenya where these people are, because these people are, according to the information we have, they were taken by the police officers. So the court maybe wanted to hear under whose command, but he's not appeared. This was actually the seventh time that he failed to appear, and so the court decided to give him a 7 month prison. But again, he also filed a petition, and he was heard. He has been given 7 days to show up to the court, or of which if he fails, then he'll have to serve the 7 month prison. Yeah, so maybe Miguda, we can start with you. Kindly give us your opinion on what is really happening and why the acting inspector has not actually appeared before the court to answer the questions which the people want to hear.
Acting AG, acting IG, Masengeli. Masengeli was supposed to appear before magistrate court, but he was having a certain program. He went to launch a certain project in northern Kenya. And I said here previously that when he will appear to court, he will say that very day he was supposed to appear in court, he went to launch a project. So there was more of a conflict of interest between that very day. He was supposed to appear in court at the same time he was supposed to launch a project. So in his argument, you will find even in the affidavit that he has written to the court demanding that he be given 7 days to appear before court before going to jail. You find that the draft of that petition, they will have to include that he was supposed to launch a project, which was also a duty within the public officer. That's how the lawyer will argue. But I will focus on the contempt of court. He failed to appear before court, and contempt of court is an offense. If it is an offense, then it is within the jurisdiction of the magistrate court to sentence him to. It was actually, I read that it was 6 months jail. So it could be good if he could have served that sentence, because it could have acted as a precedent for the many public officers. We have a culture in this country whereby a public officer fails to appear before a court. And whenever, even during the IBC, the presidential petition, the IBC were asked by court to open the servers. They did not open the servers. So that was more of contempt of court. So it could have acted to many public officers that if you are in contempt of court, you can be punished with the relevant laws of the land. So also he has a right to seek redress or to write a petition, but the court also gave him 7 days so that if he fails to appear, the sentence will continue as per the magistrate court. Therefore, I would like just to ask the public officers that whenever you are supposed to appear before court, because you are a public officer, you should serve as an example to these institutions like court. You should appear. This issue of, other than even legal way, you find that the people from East Region, MPs from East Region, members of parliament, legislatures, were also saying that their person is being targeted. So you are asking yourself, we are stooping too low as a nation. Whenever a person has been involved in a case and is supposed to be answerable to the relevant court or the competent court, the people rally behind him. This is our person. By the time he was committing such an offense, he was committing it individually, it was not a group. And also I would like to tell our people, I don't expect a legislature to do such things because our constitution is more of an individual. You are individually held responsible, and it bears individual rights. It does not bear groups' rights that we, such of community, we have our rights as per group. No, it's an individual right-based constitution. It's not a group-based constitution, a group-right constitution. Therefore, if anybody has committed an offense or anybody is found guilty with the competent court, he should serve sentences alone. He should not involve the people of community. And to be particular, leaders, members of parliament, legislatures, they have stooped too low to understand that they are supporting that one of ours is being targeted by who now. That culture should stop in this country. And whenever any person is charged with any crime, he should face it individually, not involving the people who did not participate in that crime by the time he was committing it. That's my take.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Miguda. Captain Kip, are you there?
Let me come in the next 2 minutes.
Okay.
I'll see you when I'm there.
Yeah, so Mr. Miguda, maybe something that you'd also clarify on this. If the court has summoned someone to appear before the court, and then it fails, like, is there a specific time that if you fail, for example, twice or thrice, then the court would regard that as failure to comply? Or how many times should the court say that something, and then if you fail, maybe then they'll give an order for either arrest or prison? And why would you think the acting inspector would go to that extent of not actually listening to the court? What gives him that energy, or let me say, what gives him that power to even fail to appear before the courts? Is it his position?
There's nothing like his position. First, we have to agree that everybody is equal before the law. Everyone, including him, we are all equal before that law, that very constitution, or that court, irrespective of our status. Be it a CS, be it a president, all of us are equal before that law. So you can't purport to be the law enforcement person like IG, who should maintain law and order, who should make sure that he enforces that law. Then you are acting contrary to the provision of that law, that you are the law enforcement body. That is rubbish. All of us are equal before that law, including him. By him not appearing before court, I think he was charged with the contempt of court. Contempt of court is a different charge from the original charge. So right now we can say he has been accused with two offenses, the original one and the contempt of court. So because he has written a petition, because that court is competent and is for all of us, it's the same court for the petitioner and the same court for the defendant. Therefore, court must listen to each and every one. So he has been given 7 days to appear before that court. By him appearing before that court within 7 days, it means that he will have dealt with the issue of contempt of court. But the offense must be heard and he must be given the relevant punishment, whether by conviction or whether by acquitted, whichever, it will depend on how you argue the case. Depends on the evidences provided before the court of law. So what we have to be very clear about is that there's no one above the law. It doesn't matter. Though I've said earlier in my past submission that we have a culture in this country whereby people just fail to attend to this court. It has been there. The IBC officials, sometimes they don't do as per the order of the court. In fact, these were orders by the court. They fail to prescribe those orders. There are many people, not only the current acting IG. Even previously, Matiang'i did not appear before court. Ruto sometimes never appear before court. Uhuru Kenyatta the same. So it has been a culture whereby those people who think that they are in those positions to enforce these laws, they think that they own these laws. They do not own these laws. These laws are for everyone. And when we say everyone, there's no exclusion that if you have a privilege to be in that public office to enforce it, you are privileged, they can't apply to you. So if today you have to apply those laws selectively, it means they can commit offense and walk free. But you are the person who should ensure that those who commit offense are brought before the court. So what example are you telling the people who are civilians? Civilians will say that, okay, if the men in blue are not conducting themselves in accordance with the provisions of the laws of the land, so we, the people, we can also follow the suit. I was just talking about a perspective whereby the culture is wrong as a country. We don't need to have that culture because that culture, it was inherited and it continues to, it will not be good. So therefore, I will be very happy to see the IG complying with the orders of the court. So I think it's more of the culture and it's more of the public officers who thought that they are above the law, which is not true.
Okay, thank you for your comments, Mr. Kip.
Yes.
What do you think about this boss who is not going to the court? And the court just said that if he fails again, he'll be given a 7-month prison. Your take on this? Why are senior government officials not obeying the court rulings? Why are they even not going for the summons?
Kevin, you see what? Even from the start of why the person is facing the charges in court, it's just from a certain office that this person, the suicide that he must have committed was influenced by someone in government. And the same someone in government is the one telling him or her, don't appear in court. They'll do nothing to you. I'll call them and there is no anything will happen to you. That is why our people, when they are being convicted, they are convicted of crimes that they know it is something that is avoidable, but it happens because someone is using the powers they have to do the crimes and or to tell those people evade the reality and do wrong in favor of their bosses. So we have to see the genesis of the crime and why these people are failing to appear in court, because there is some influence from somewhere that even if you don't go to court, I know what I'll do, and until that they will not even come for you. You see, like for example, this guy now, Masengeli is. I've been seeing on social media everything that who will arrest this guy? Who will arrest this? The law is not for mimi na wewe or for ordinary mwananchi. The law is for all of us. There is no one who is above the law. Even the president himself is not above the law. It's only that you have to see that the person who is supposed to do the arresting thing is trying to look after the aftermath of the arresting, what will follow next. That is what is happening in our country, that the people, and they fear that the aftermath of this arrest that I'm going to take, what will be the consequence of that arrest? You see? Otherwise, arresting and putting the person in jail or in cells, in police cells, that's no problem. That one is very easy. But the aftermath of it, you see? You will see even some people like who are not even Kenyans, but they are the big people in the world. They are known to be so big people calling you, why are you doing that? And you will see the people even in the other social media platforms all over the world discussing what might have happened. So the law has been skewed in a way that it is only affecting the person who doesn't know anybody. But when you know someone, you cannot be arrested. Why must Engeli to be arrested again, to be given that position of IG, and to be charged of offenses that took place during Murkomen's time? And he's told to be taken to prison or to present himself to Inspector General of Prisons, Commandant of the prison. Where are you on that? Can you, even you Kevin or Nani Obura here, Miguda, can you take yourself and say I'm coming here to be arrested? Where on earth something like that can happen? If that can happen, Salva Kiir would have been in ICC right now because he's charged, but no one is facing him to arrest him. They fear. So if it is the law, let us, all of us, follow the law the way it's supposed to be. Let's not take the law to belong to ordinary Kenyan that he has to suffer. But when you are the person holding the very big position in the government, you don't want to be arrested. You don't want to face the law. That is so wrong. That's why you see our country now is so much plunging into a lot of problems, because we are not doing the correct thing. Even in some of us, even in some platforms, you will see the moderator is doing everything in the platform. He's not balancing the platform to all of us to have that time to discuss what we are discussing. That is why some of us, we are now coming up to have new platforms like this one, and we're still coming with more. Anyway, let's continue, Kevin.
Okay, thank you. Maybe your comments briefly before we go to the next topic. The issue of abduction is a serious thing that you're seeing, and among the reasons why this IG is wanted in court is to explain the whereabouts of Kenyans who were abducted by the police officers and they've not been seen. So what could be the issue? Why are they finding it tough to come and explain to the people of Kenya the if these people, like, to tell the people where these people are? Why is it tough and it is them who took them? As from those times, people are doing registration up to date.
You see, Kevin, there is a problem. There is a problem in our country. These abductions is taking place even in our country. You'll see somebody moving around with a bro box, stopping children going to school. And from there, instead of the government taking the action on the very fast or very minor abduction that might have taken place, I cannot call it anyway, even abducting the school children in the village, let me not call it a minor. I'm sorry for that, but taking the children out, and you go and abduct the children and asking for money, or kidnapping and ask for money, that is where the government could have acted. And that is why now you see these very abductions that are taking place now on activists, is because those people doing that, they know the government will not do anything. They have done it before. It's not the first one, and they have succeeded. They have managed even to get something what they are getting, because they are looking for ransoms of money and they are getting the same. Even if that person gets like 1,000 or even 2,000 or 10,000 by that abduction for free, they'll call it a day. They don't care about that. So from the start of the abductions is because these abductors, they know the government cannot act on anything. And let me tell you, people, abductions is not just done by somebody like me here, Kip, or Miguda, or even Kevin. No, that is a person who is so much experienced with security apparatus of the country. He knows, and we know most of them even are very trained personnel of the government. They just quit the government job, and maybe because of the nature of life, which is outside the government, outside even getting salary. That is why now they end up being abductors and asking for money from the people they know that if we abduct this person, we'll get the money. Mostly, the people who are abducted, you know it very well that they are taking the children of the VIPs and they ask for some money because they know the money will come out. They are not just coming for a very ordinary person, no. They know if I abduct someone's child, there is some amount I'll get. Hawezi enda tu pale achukue ule mtoto wa mama mboga pale, hapana, ama ule jamaa boda boda. Kuna ule anajua huyu ako na pesa nitapewa. So the government itself, I take it that they are supporting these abductions instead of stopping them.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Kip. The next topic that I wanted us to look into is the issue of Adani. Today, the CS of Transport appeared before the Senate and he met very serious legislators who asked him very tough questions. I wouldn't say tough because he should be knowing the answers of those. But according to how he was answering, it looked like he was being asked tough questions about the deal and everything, how everything was prepared. He was unable to give clear answers to the Senate. And again, from the Senate, we are hearing that there's some money behind the deal. There's some money exchange which was also there. And the issue of manipulation and corruption was also part of it. And the Senate also asked the reason why this whole deal was being done behind the scene without the knowledge of the people of Kenya, because this is an asset of the Republic of Kenya. So Kenyans had a right to get to know about everything. So the CS was unable to explain all this. Maybe I can just play that clip and then Miguda will come in with your comments on that, and then Keep it will also give his take on it.
Kenyatta International Airport by the Adani Group, terming it a fraudulent venture, given the company's reputation, which they say is dotted with graft. The move follows an outcry by Kenya Airports Authority workers over their fate if Adani takes over and questions on the status of the deal. Melita Oletengas reports.
Transport CS Davis Chirchir was before the Senate Committee on Transport on Friday after being turned away on Thursday for lacking documentation on the Adani deal. This time, he presented details of the concession agreement and proposal by Adani to the Senate in the face of questions on the proposed deal.
Who was the minister responsible who should be answering these questions? Is it you or the Minister for Finance? You are a stranger in these proceedings.
Someone would conclude that the deal is done because you've indicated clearly that there is a team currently in India. Why did you even decide, the government decides to even negotiate with them? Because the initial program, if I look at what they've given, you just tell them, sorry, come up with something good.
The senators say that the privately initiated proposal by the Adani Group to revamp and run the airport for 30 years could be a conduit to siphon funds.
pure manipulation, conmanship, self-aggrandizement, greed, and corruption and larceny and lethargy of the people who want to perpetuate illegality.
Following the whistleblower's account, the senators want him protected, while questioning why negotiations were conducted silently, away from the public eye.
That in that meeting, that money exchanged hands. And Chair, later on, I believe as we continue, these details should be presented to this House.
There are serious integrity concerns with the company itself, and of course with the government that is proposing to go ahead with this particular project.
Chirchir, however, maintained that Adani should be given the benefit of the doubt and not be condemned in totality.
It's one thing when you come to government and you want to do big things until you realize the government balance sheet is overstretched.
The committee wants the Director General for the Public-Private Partnership, Chris Kirigwa, and Treasury CS, John Mbadi, to answer questions on the deal. Melita Oletenges, Citizen TV.
Thank you, Mr. Migoda. Maybe you can give your comments on that. We are being told that there was some negotiation which were done secretly without the knowledge of the people of Kenya. There is also very serious integrity concerns. Your comments on this interview, the comments of the CS when he appeared before the Senate?
I'd like to be very particular to the comments of the CS. I don't want to talk about Adani because on my previous submission, the previous video, I talk about it in detail, so I could be repeating myself. So I think there was a deal which was done behind the curtains, and the people who are responsible are the former CS for transport, because the Adani deal was done, I think, around March. They say, and you know, before the cabinet was dissolved, March cabinet was still intact. So the person who was responsible was the former CS for transport and infrastructure, Murkomen. So Murkomen had a deal. So it was more of a deal. It was not more of a contract between Kenya and the Adani company. So it was not on the public domain. There was no public participation. They were meeting outside the country. We have had accusation like they were meeting in Dubai. They were meeting somewhere. So there was even the current director of SHIF, the Social Health Insurance Fund, which they have shifted from NIF to SHIF. He is one of the people who participated in the conversation or the concession agreement between the people of Kenya and the Adani. So it ought to have come to even if they don't want it to be to the public are being represented into the parliament. They should have taken it to the parliament so that people could have participated. That is public participation. But Murkomen goes ahead, some few individuals, they had that deal. The reason why Chirchir is defending Murkomen, Chirchir is also part of the deal because you understand it was not only airport, but other public utilities. Even the way they were going to control the lines for the electrical lines in that airport. Previously, Chirchir was the CS for energy. And this is now where I want to sympathize with the people like John Mbadi and Opiyo Wandayi. Now, he's being called to come to the Senate to answer questions, things which happened when he was not there. Similarly, they will also call Opiyo Wandayi because he's the current CS for energy. So they were given this lucrative CS position, this point very well that in those positions, already they have done some deals which they did not involve members of the public or they never involved people of Kenya. So by the time these current CS will be answerable in the Senate, they will be answered things which they did not participate in. And you see, Nelson Amenya, the whistleblower, is complaining that he's being harassed. I think it's in France. He's being harassed. So it means that even the whistleblower, if at all he could have not whistled for us that our airport there is a process of negotiation, people could have not known. You understand that he saw that document on a table, then he took some screenshots, he called Sen.Onyonka, he shared with Onyonka, then Onyonka tried to give it to the public now. This is the status of our airport. If at all it was a wrong statement, because previously they were saying that it is a wrong statement, they could have not come to defend it. It means that actually it happened. And you also heard that the Swiss authority has frozen the Adani account, which has like 310 million Kenyan shillings. So if the Swiss authority has frozen this account, why can't our government withdraw from this deal? That's now the question we should be asking ourselves right now. If at all it is a wrong deal, why can't the government withdraw from it? It answers my question that these people had some deals, individual deals with the company, and these people probably were paid some amount of money. So the people, the Adani company, are on their neck. They want their deal to go through because they are done with them. They just want that facilitation. But facilitation cannot go on if the question at stake is still in the Senate. That why can't you withdraw from this so-called deal? And you have heard the Churchill is not ready to withdraw from that deal. Why are they not ready to withdraw from that deal? Those are the questions we should be asking ourselves. Then the answer will be the people who participate in that deal probably might have been corrupt, paid, so they do not want to get out of it, whereas the Adani company are on their neck and they're ready, they want to invest, so they want to that facilitation by the government of Kenya. The president is quiet, deputy president is busy campaigning Mount Kenya. So the buck stopped with the head of the state. He ought to have called press conference and addressed the issue so that people of Kenya could be aware. But as these things are turning out, there are more suspicions going on in the minds of the people of Kenya than before.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Miguda, for your take. Mr. Kip can come in. And before he comes in, allow me to also acknowledge the presence of Judith Karitha in the comment section. There's a friend of mine called Rastaman. He's also called Supreme. He's also called, they say he's also called Poker, watching all the way from South Africa. Thank you so much for your continued support. Mr. Kip, Captain Kip, kindly come in.
Kevin, this is Kenya, we all know. And we even don't want a video clip to play what's happening in Kenya. When Senator Onyonka says that there was some exchange of money between Murkomen and the Adanis, me, I cannot even try to think of giving a doubt. That is 1%. I know these people. I know Kenyans. Kenyans, especially from my region, I know them. It cannot be a wonders that Murkomen was doing. They are doing that. That is why you see they are fighting for it for these Adanis to manage the Jkia, because they know very well that they have started already consuming the money from those the corruption money from Adanis. In our country, Kenya, most of the things we are doing is because of our colonial master. We borrowed the behaviors that we have in Kenya is from Britain, the colonial master of our country. What I think and what we should have even done, we could have do some investigation and see the Adanis. Are they managing the airports in Britain? Are they managing like Gatwick, Heathrow, Birmingham, Scotland airports, Bristol, and Itozote? Because those are the international airports in Britain that until today, even as we are speaking, the language we are speaking in English is what we borrowed from England. If the Adanis are managing those airports in England, we can agree on that. But giving us Asian, in fact, I saw there's an Asian guy so there. I don't know if he's the Adani one or what. I don't know, from the Senate when they were walking out. I don't know that guy. I see some people even on other platforms. They are fighting so much. They want Adanis to control the JKI in the name of, oh, it is a good idea. It's a good thing. They try to show us some photos of other airports that these Adanis are managing. Like 30 years. 30 years mtu kama mimi, God willing, naomba tu miaka kidogo Mungu yani ndawacha Adani waking'ang'ana sana na airport. Wakikula kabisa. The other day we tried even on some platforms to be told what are they coming to JKI to manage, because we have jobs. Are there jobs for our people? We have like the exhibitions, the shops, and all the hotels there, the small hotels for our people. Are they there to manage all these things? We are not being told. We don't have even the right person to tell us the truth about the management by Adanis. Instead of telling us the truth, some people, they come with conveyors. People trying to go up conveyors that, you see, they are managing India. Can you see how the people are taking conveyor? They come up with funny decorations in some airports, I don't know, Ethiopia or where, and telling us that you see, they are doing well. We should have another alternative. It's not supposed to be Adanis. We should have given an international bidder, the best bidder, and we'll audit the bidder and see the other managements of other airports. If the bidder, the best one, is qualified to manage JKI. But coming up only with one manager to manage the airport, and you are forcing us to accept, we cannot. They are supposed to be in Senate the way they were discussing today, until they come up with a solution or they come up with the evidence that there was some exchange of money between Murkomen and those idiots Adanis. We are supposed to bring them, all of them, the bidders. We question them. Okay, we have seen you. How many airports are you managing? 1, 2, 3. Which country and which country? Not only one. If at all they mean good for JKI. Thank you, Kevin.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Kip. My question to you is, what is it in the people of Kenya that more of what they do is making deals actually on behalf of the people of Kenya, to an extent that they don't really care how much as a country we are losing? They only care what they're receiving. Because from what we are seeing here, there's some allegations that there was some money which was exchanged behind the scene. But someone would then ask, we give these people, we give leaders a chance to represent us, to do things on our behalf. But why is it that whenever they're going to get into these deals, they're not even letting the people of Kenya know? Something like an airport is a serious asset for the Republic of Kenya. The people of the Republic of Kenya, there's too much taxes that we've been paying. So many times we've seen JKI or the airport almost becoming bankrupt, but the people of Kenya has been coming out to save it. There's a lot of money which have been pumped on it. Why is it that now that they want to release it, they're not letting the people of Kenya know? Why are they doing it behind the scene? And if they wanted the people of Kenya to bail it out, they would tell us. What is it that is in our leaders? And what are they actually looking for? Because from where I sit, the role of a leader is to try make things work for the people of Kenya. They should try solve problems. They should try reduce the risk that we are facing as a country. They should try get us out of the difficulties that we are facing as a country. Instead of doing that, they are making deals on behalf of the people of Kenya. Maybe your take on that, Mr. Migoda.
You're asking Kip. I think you're asking Kip, not me.
Oh, it's okay, no problem.
You will also give your opinion.
Kevin, there's a problem with our leaders because there is a place I saw an article that says William Ruto, let me say by name, William Ruto himself, the president now, that he wants to run an airline in Kenya. I have not yet confirmed anything, and I think even it will be very hard for me to confirm, but it cannot take a very long time. I'll get it. That he has acquired like eight planes, not choppers. Choppers is like matatu kwake. 8 planes, hii maboeing sijui nini. Sija confirm hiyo. That is why now you see they are forcing us for what they want from their hearts because they are fulfilling what they need by themselves. You see? And this thing, Kevin, started a very long time ago. By when William Ruto took over as a president, you see like Homa Bay, the people of Homa Bay, they were clapping that now the airport is in our county. Kumbe William Ruto anajua 1+1 ni 2. Watu wa Homa Bay wanajuanga maybe itaweza kuwa 11. Kuna mahali inakuanga 2. According to professors, 1+1 inakuanga 2. Lakini kwa Ruto mambo ni tofauti. Akaenda mbio akafungua tena Kakamega ile ilikuwa imefungwa. Sijui akafungua ingine wapi. It is not by surprise that this guy has brought the planes that the people are saying. Rumors in Kenya inachukuanga muda ikuwe kweli. I doubt those rumors can be true. This guy must be running some airplanes or planes that he has acquired to continue running through Adani's. Yeah, why are they forcing to Adani's? Why are they forcing Adani's? Why not any other management company or any other management international company? So for our people, it takes time for us to differentiate between the truth and the lie. Like for example, now they were in China the other day with Prime Minister Raila Odinga. Now they are in Germany together. For me, I see there is so much extraordinary leadership in Kenya that is so abnormal that I don't understand. We say literally that now Raila Odinga is the deputy president. Am I wrong? I'm not wrong. Even though the constitution does not allow the president and the deputy president to be out of the country together, for me, I see even the privileges that the former prime is enjoying are more than what even the deputy president is supposed to enjoy. And Kevin and Obura, you know it by yourself. Raila cannot follow the president for nothing. There is something good that Raila is eyeing on it. There is something good. And that something good, I know Kenyans will suffer out of it. There is nothing that Kenyans will enjoy. Our people are suffering. Now there is no any complaint on opposition. There is no even an opposition side. Anyway, let Nani Meguda to contribute.
Yes, Meguda.
It's obvious that our leaders are wrong. There are problems with our leaders, and our leaders they're just pretending to be leaders, and they just put their interests first. They are after capturing power, people shouldn't put their interests first. So you find people like Murkomen, you might find that they were given certain money to facilitate the Adani mediation, the Adani contract in Kenya. So why are you taking money on behalf of the 50+ million people, just an individual, for the sake of your stomach? So you are making people to lose. For instance, the KAA now is going to lose its tender, and also the people whom the KAA has employed because of just your personal interest. One person. As a leader, he has failed us. And those are the people whom you are saying that they are in the public space. They are occupying our public offices in the position like the CS, Cabinet Secretary. Those people should implement our laws or should enforce our laws. So as a country, we have got it wrong when it comes to our leaders. They have really failed us. And the reason why I say that these people are failed us, look at the opposition leader. The people who are supposed to be vocal on this issue, they are busy traveling with the president, China, Germany. So the people who should be, they are claiming to be in opposition. They have said that they have not joined government. Why are they silent in this issue? So you have seen Onyonka struggling to question this government, whereas people who should be questioning this government are everywhere traveling with the president. So the president is feeling safe because he thinks that the people who should be questioning him on the issue are with him. They are dining together. We, as the country, we told these people that we need to dissolve this parliament. By dissolving parliament, it means that everybody will call for fresh elections. But because they have refused to do so, Mr. President has refused to do so because he's a beneficiary, benefits from this parliament. Next time, as electorates, we need to identify leaders. No, we don't need to identify dealers. We should distinguish between a leader and a dealer. In this case, Murkomen is a dealer, not a leader, because his lead is dealing a public utility for the interest of one person, individual, for his own interest. The reason why I was telling that even Kirchir, the former CS for energy, might be a beneficiary of this deal, you had that there was certain project given to Ketraco, and Ketraco is under the CS for energy. So they might have collided with the Murkomen, and they might have been the beneficiaries of this tender. Because the question was very simple into the Senate, that because this so-called tender from Adani is unpopular, it is not, they doesn't have the goodwill of the public. Why can't you withdraw it? And I've told you here that the Swiss authority has frozen the Adani account with 310 Kenya shillings, 310 million Kenya shillings. So why can't you simply withdraw that tender? Why must it be given to Adani? What is so special about Adani? And Adani has an history of graft. And we have even seen recently the Swiss authority has frozen its account. There are so many frauds Adani has done into this continent that is well known. Why was it Adani? Why must it be Adani? I think that because Adani might have paid some few individuals, so they want to withdraw that deal because they have pocketed that money from Adani. We have very many international airports for those of Kenyans who have traveled. Even if you go to Dubai, the Adani company does not maintain that airport. Even if you go to certain countries, the recent developed countries like Singapore, the Adani company does not maintain their airports. There are certain companies. Why can't we go and look for those companies? Why is it that Adani? Because Adani is known of deals, and the people who are looking for these tenders are also deals. The people who are making deals. So our leaders should be leaders. They should not be dealers. We should distinguish between a leader and a dealer. You can't be in that public office to make deals. I think that's where our leaders are getting it wrong. They should focus on leadership, not on dealing. They should not be dealers.
Okay, thank you for your comments. Captain Kip said something that Raila currently looks like he's the deputy president. On that matter, I wanted us to have a look at Gachagua, the deputy president, and what is really happening to him. Today, we saw almost 40 members of parliament from Mount Kenya gave their allegiance to one Professor Kindiki, the CS of Interior. But again, the deputy president is fighting back. Maybe you should play this, and then after that you will give your comment on it.
Jkia and National Administration Cabinet Secretary Professor Kithure Kindiki. The Deputy President and his allies likened the pro-Kindiki group to hyenas and accused them of being used to divide the Mount Kenya community for individual gain. Kamau Mwangi with details of the fight back from Nyeri and the growing rift among Mount Kenya region leaders.
Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua was in his home turf of Nyeri on Friday. He was here to officially open the Central Kenya ASK show at the historic Kabiroini grounds. He was a man on a mission. Thursday's announcement by around 48 members of parliament from the region announcing support for Interior CS Kithure Kindiki as their leader in the region saw him liken the legislators to an old Kikuyu tale of the hyena and the hare who agreed to beat up their wives only for the hare to use drums, leaving the hyena to inflict harm on his wife. Gachagua's fight back coming hours after the 48 MPs in Nyahururu on Thursday made their position clear on who is to lead them in the remaining 3 years of the Kenya Kwanza government. In his offensive, Gachagua termed the leaders sellouts from the region who are led by greed and do not really care about service delivery. His allies accusing the pro-Kindiki group of having pocketed money. Legislators allied to Gachagua say their colleagues had lost direction and did not deserve to be representatives of the people.
Wafanye mkutano, wafanye conference, wafanye seminar, wafanye workshop, wasiguze nini? Wasiguze nini? Mlima iko na mwenyama haina. Anaitwa nani? Ukiona gui hado ukamenya mwenyewe. Ukiona gui hado ukamenya mwenyewe ke? Message yenu tuae mwenye gui. Message yenu tuae mwenye gui. Oe gui yake kanari ya nero izime. Oe gui yake kanari ya nero ke?
The message was directed at National Assembly Majority Leader Kimani Ichung'wah, who Gachagua allies accused of reviving the Mount Kenya supremacy battle. There was backing for Gachagua in Kirinyaga too.
Sijui kama sisi tutakuwa hatuna akili timamu, tutoke msitu wa fisi tuingie msitu wa chui. Tukuje tu yule mtu ambaye anaweza peleka malalamishi yetu bila kufukuzwa, tumunyang'anye nguvu yake ya kikatimba, ndo tuseme tunapeleka kwa mtu mwingine. Na sijui kama kuna mbunge ambaye aliuliza watu wao kabla ya kufanya huo uamuzi.
Na sisi tunafahamu ya kwamba kiongozi ambaye ako hapa Mount Kenya region anaitwa Rigathi Gachagua. Na wao nawaambia wafanye hiyo mikataba, waifanye leo, kesho kutwa, hata mtondo na mtondogo.
Uchaguzi uliisha, sasa ni wakati wa kazi. Hawa wananchi wanataka kufanyiwa kazi. Hawataki mambo ya siasa. Kama mbaya! Kama mbaya!
President Ruto and his number 2 are expected in Nyeri on Sunday, even as the simmering Mount Kenya supremacy battle continues, attributed to the co-relations between Gachagua and his boss, who is perceived as being behind the disquiet in the mountain. Kamau Mwangi.
Mr. Migura, I think you've looked at that. There's much that is actually happening in Mount Kenya region. There's a serious rift currently between the deputy president and the allies of Professor Kindiki and the majority leader Ichung'wah Kimani. You've listened to the fight back by the deputy president. I'm sure you also watched the presser by the allies of Professor Kindiki. Maybe your comments on what you've just watched and what you think about the whole difference that you're seeing?
In Mount Kenya, the die is cast. The battlefield has been drawn. It is now a supremacy battle between Riggy and
David,
Ruto.
why I'm not seeing comments? We agreed the other day you make some settings because there is a comment I'm getting on my phone that I'm not seeing on there.
I'll try to view them.
Just setting next time.
Yeah, see, even Ambura is not seeing comments. Like that one you are posting now, I'm supposed to have seen because somebody is calling me over the same. Yes. You understand? And we don't, before, sorry, Obura, just a minute. As per the comment that he has posted before this one, we don't have any other thing to do. The second discussion that we are supposed to discuss is about United Kingdom.
We can't hear you clearly. I don't know. You are a bit far from your device.
I don't know. There is nothing far. How is it there?
Yeah, it's now okay. You can proceed.
You can hear me now?
Yes. Proceed.
So I'm trying to say that there is nothing we can discuss about any other country. The only thing that we can discuss, if the United Kingdom, they will come back and say we are managing the airport, we'll agree on that. Because we know they are the white people and they know how to manage it. But giving us Asian guys there, even in Parkland, they are causing problems there. We cannot agree on that. We cannot. So that's why I'm saying, because of the, as per the post that you highlighted out there, we only want one thing, that Adani's, if they are managing UK, when we say UK, we have so many airports there. If they are managing those airports in the United Kingdom, like Heathrow, like Madrid, Scotland, or whatever, we'll agree on them. But because they are managing Ethiopia, that one does not make us to qualify that let's agree because they are managing Ethiopia. No. Ethiopia, the other day we saw a plane that came all the way from the air. And I guess labda hata hawa Adani ndio walikuwa na manage hiyo airport by that time. Hatuwezi kubaliana na hiyo kitu kabisa. Many people they are trying, hapana, Adanis are doing well, Adanis are doing that. Hakuna. Waja you do well. Na mwenye anakuambia inafanya well, anatumia John Saka kwenda Mathare. Anatumia Embasava kwenda pale village Embakasi. Anatumia North Rift kwenda Eldoret. Hajaenda hata mpaka yeye airport, atumia hata ndege kwenda kutoka Jkia mpaka Eldoret peke yake kama Kisumu. It's so very, very embarrassing that the people are supporting Adanis, they don't know anything about even airport. Ni wale wenye wameonekana leo wakiambiwa waingie kwa conveyor, anashindwa kupanda conveyor mpaka anarudi. No. If we don't fix Kenya, we don't want any other person to come and fix our country. It's only us who are fixing the nation. We are the nation fixers, na tutawa fix vizuri sana. If at all, it is now that it's a must that we hire out the management of Jkia, then we should put it as an announcement. The bidders will come, we select the best one to manage Jkia. If at all, it cannot be managed by Kenyans. That's what I can say.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Kip. I hope you also watched the clip that I just played for Mr. Gashagwa.
Yeah, I got it when it was finishing anyway. But I know anything, something about today's.
Okay, let Miguda give his opinion, and then he will pick up.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
And again, maybe anyone who is interested in joining the show, I've just shared the link. You can just click the link and be part of the show by becoming a panelist. Here, we'll listen to you. We'll give you a platform to give your view as well. Thank you, Mr. Miguda. You can go. You can proceed.
I'll be brief because this war is there up to 2027. I see that the die is cast and the battlefield has been drawn. It is supremacy between the president and Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua is going it alone. William Ruto is going it through Kindiki and the Shungwa people. So Rigiji has signed people like legends, Kabogo, Waititu, Kiraitu, Mithika, and other legends. Those are old politicians. And you see Kindiki has come with these young politicians, and Kindiki need to do one thing going forward because it's clear that they are going to battle it out with the Rigiji. Kindiki need to do some 2 signings, and I could propose that if he can sign Ketu Waruguru to his camp and Moses Kuria, because Moses Kuria is still hanging, we don't know which camp he is. Ketu Waruguru is very impactful in that Mount Kenya region when it comes to attracting the attention of the audience. Because in the Kindiki camp, the only person who is a bit ruthless is Ishungwa. The rest are like Jkia, those are not ruthless politicians. But no, Rigijis are ruthless politicians. They're going to meet someone who's very ruthless. We'll give them a run in that Mount Kenya. So they need to have some ruthless people like Ketu Waruguru who don't mind what they're saying. That's my opinion politically. So when they are going to meet next week Sunday, we know them. When they're in the same podium, they used to attack each other. They do it indirectly. Only some people can know that these people attack each other. So I think going forward, Grigiji's goose has been cooked. Ruto is not going to spare him, because if at all they were going to square it with Ruto, he could have not brought people like Kindiki at the Mount Kenya East King. For what now? It means it's not ready to work with Rigiji going forward. Therefore, I would advise the Kindiki group that let them have new signing, people like Ketu Waruguru, Moses Kuria, because the person they are going to face in Mount Kenya is a no-joke politicians. Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Kip, you can give us your opinion, and then I've got a question for you that I would also want you to give your opinion.
Put the question first.
How is this beneficial to the people of Mount Kenya? Because unajua kuna hii msemo inasema ya kwamba wakati mandovu wanapigana ni manyasi ndio wanaumia. So how is this beneficial to the people of Kenya? Mark, you remember it is coming at a time when people are really going through a lot. The life is too tough in Kenya currently. The cost of everything is high. Kulipa rent imekuwa shida kwa watu. People cannot afford basic needs. Instead of leaders sitting down to work with the people of Kenya, because election is still 3 years. The president just it's his anniversary. He's been in power for two years, even with these other people. Why are they spending too much time politicking, fighting for supremacy or kingpinship at the expense of the people of Kenya who voted them in? Of course, this is going to affect the delivery of services to the people. How is this beneficial to the people? And what lessons should we learn? How are we going to treat this as a people?
You see, Kevin, there's the people who are going to suffer now are the ordinary Kenyans from the mountain, from the Murima. Now the war between the president and the deputy is because this thing is mixing up. There's a mix-up. There is war from Mount Kenya themselves as leaders. They are fighting for the supremacy of a leader that who is the kingpin of the Murima or the Kikuyu. You see? And there is war between the president and the deputy president. So this thing is now mixing up, whereby it is the advantage to the president, because he might even say that because I was not in good terms with how my deputy was managing issues at home, I had to run away from him and pick another running mate. You see? So there is a fight between Kindiki and Rigiji. Those are all of them. They are from the mountain. Now the cartels of Kindiki, they have now come out clear and say now our leader as the mountain is Kindiki. Cartels again. You see the cartels of Rigiji today on the clip that you played. That kama mbaya hivyo vile ulisikia, na Mlima iko imesimama kama kawaida, na nani ndio kiongozi wakasema hapo ulisikia. That's what I manage. So for me, I see the people of Kenya from the mountain, they are losing more when they fight with president and the deputy president, because even the behavior of deputy president himself has been linked with Gen Zs. What the Gen Zs were doing the other day, they are saying that he was among the people who were sponsoring the Gen Zs. And that is why you see Kindiki is trying to fight this deputy president by all means. And when you see the fight between the deputy president and the CS Kindiki, there is chances that there is a lie and there is chances that there is a truth. They cannot be fighting for nothing. There must be a truth somewhere, and also there must be a lie somewhere. They cannot fight for nothing. And that is the reason why now the mountain is now divided. The mountain now is now run by cartels of each and everyone who is fighting for the supremacy of the leadership through Kindiki and the deputy president. The electorate themselves are going to suffer. Like the movements of president. If a weekend like next week fails that we cannot go to the mountain, the next week on Sunday he must be somewhere around the mountain, either Muranga, Kiambu, whatever. But since this war of Genesis and all whatever, he is not now a frequent visitor to the mountain. He has changed the tactics. And after even the relaxation of the Genesis, you see again, he has started to be a tourist. Now from China to Germany. We don't know if he will cross from Germany to the other country, or he will come back and then go another country. We don't know. Maybe what will remain for our president to not to visit, maybe the planets like Pluto, Neptune, and all whatever. We will try to create a space to visit such planets, because Africa, the whole world, he has finished visiting the whole world. I don't know which country remains. He'll finish the whole countries and then start now visiting like Mars and Earth and all whatever. He's in Earth. So it's a problem, and the people wanasemanga fahali wawili wakipigana, mnajua ni nani anaumia. So wapiga kura ndio wanaumia, lakini wao wenyewe wanatembea na mandege huko juu. So
okay, thank you. Miguda, do you have anything to add on that?
We can proceed to the next question.
Okay, thank you. The president marked 2 years in office, so there's much since he joined, we've seen so much demonstration. We've seen the Gen Zs, the teachers, the doctors, the pilots. I just wanted to play a clip here, and then we'll slightly talk about what we've seen under his leadership vis-a-vis the promises that he gave the people of Kenya. Remember, yes, Mr. Kip?
But I think before you play the clip, you know what? Even now, people in the comment section, we are trying to take, we are trying to normalize that Raila Odinga working with President of China. Now they are in Germany. We are not trying even to discuss to see, is it worthy? Even the people from the side of the president, of Prime Minister, the people of Nyanza, they are not talking anything now. They are happy because maybe Baba is now enjoying the state funds by moving from one place to another one. Is it something that worthy at this time? Maybe China, okay, it was okay because he was going to meet other presidents of other countries as far as the AU chairmanship concerns. He was meeting them there. But in Germany, what is the opposition leader or the prime minister doing with president in Germany? Remember, they are there with Musalia Mudavadi. And all of them, they are using the state. They are using the taxpayers' money, your money and my money. And we are just taking it for granted here. We are just taking it is ordinary. It is everything is okay. Is that something is called? Is it called for? Sure.
Keep proceed. We can hear you. You are very clear.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Are these three people? All of them, they are top dignitaries in the government of Kenya. They are the government of Kenya themselves.
Even Dr. Mutua as well was also there.
Yeah, even Mutua was there also. So that's my question. All of them, they are the top leaders of the country. And they have gone only to do one message.
Mr. Kip, your net is not very stable. I don't know why.
I think my network is breaking.
Yeah, it's now breaking. To our viewers, anyone who is maybe interested in joining the show, you can become a panelist. I've shared a link via the comment section. You can just click the link and join the studio. You also give your viewers. Yes, Mr. Kip, you are still breaking. You are not very clear.
You can hear me?
Yes. Proceed.
Meguda, can you hear me?
We can hear you. You can proceed, Mr. Kip.
Okay, so what I'm trying to say is that I'm getting two sounds. Okay, I think now it's now clear.
Yeah, it's now okay. Proceed.
Okay, I'm saying we have now a president in Germany. We have a prime CS in Germany. We have the former prime minister in Germany. We have added Alfred Mutua also is there. And all of them, they are using our money, taxpayers' money, to go there. What is that the government of Germany, they want to see President William Ruto there. They want to see Prime Minister Raila Odinga. They want to see Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi. They have to see Alfred Mutua. What is that? That one person cannot represent the people of Kenya, maybe to ask for some fundings. You see that all these people, they must go there. Those are millions of money that they have wasted, and they have gone. I don't know. Sometimes we are here discussing, but we are not coming up to that topic. That was it worthy for all of them to be there? for me, I have a reservation on that. That I don't
Yeah,
see the reason
actually, it
why
doesn't
all of
make
them
sense. It doesn't make sense because
doesn't make
let's
any sense.
say with the president, Salem Davadi, Raila, Mutua, those people, if they go there, one person actually, you'll realize that they spend a lot of money for just one individual. What was the need? Are they all going to make deals, or are they going to speak on behalf of Kenya, all of them? It is just one person who should go there, if not even the president, because when the president goes, the cost becomes too more. Why would they just send a foreign affair minister to do all those things? Why must they go 10 of them with their bodyguards, with their girlfriends? For what reason? They are spending a lot of money on behalf of the taxpayer money, actually, and they're bringing nothing back. So, as a people, I think we need to wake up and also criticize when it is meaningful to do so, and to maybe appreciate at times. But at this, we can't really see anything positive, because they're doing this at a time where, as the economy of the Republic of Kenya is really choking, like it's really too hard for people to even operate. It is tough for the people of Kenya to move from one place to another because the cost is too high. People cannot afford daily basic needs. And you find them going there, if they come, there's nothing good. They will start telling us stories. We don't want stories. We want leaders who are doing something, leaders who are able to solutions, to solve the problems that you're facing as a country. Leaders who can come up with solutions, not leaders who are going to make deals on behalf of the people of Kenya. So I think that is something that we have to criticize as a people, unless there's something meaningful that is taking all of them to that place. Yeah, allow me to get into this topic of the president. He's gotten into his.
The topic anyway. You see, like
Sorry?
somebody who is not even ashamed, somebody who is not even ashamed for himself, like Musalia Mudavadi, is holding a position that it is not in the constitution of Kenya. And he's very much busy seated in that aeroplane to Germany and China. While very well, in his own mind, he knows that I'm holding a position that is not in the constitution of Kenya. I'm taking the money from the people of Kenya for all these things to be funded. Unajua nani Kevin na Miguda, kuna kitu unaweza fanya hivi, lakini roho yako inakukataza na kuambia hapana, hii na hii unafanya hii, hapana, si mzuri. It's not that namchukia Mudavadi. Times tukue na ile utu ya kuogopa hata vitu zingine bana. Hata kama tunataka kuiba, tuibe na design. Tusiibe tu hivyo hivyo. Sawa nani Kevin, you can introduce another topic.
Can see very serious comments here from Atticus Now, from Gibson Corner. He's saying Atticus Now, Africans always fight, but they do this individually to see what they can get from it. They are not in it for fellow Kenyans. At Gibson Corner, they are selfish. The people must be selfish with politicians as well. Hakuna kubembelezana now. We, the people at the oversight, tuache kungojea sijui parliament, the courts, etc. Ani saying jamaa amebuy 6 planes. Morara ameamua wakimwaga mboga anamwaga ugali. Then Atticus here is saying, if our airports are sold, I will no longer call Kenyans my fellow Kenyans. This is the biggest betrayal. I will not lend a helping hand ever again to slaves. Still, you believe there is something
possible? Can you bring the comment from Gypsy Corner?
Okay. This one?
No. It's a comment that he has made there, which is yes, this one. They are selfish. The people must be selfish with politicians as well. Hakuna kubembelezana na wao. We, the people, are the oversight. This guy means good for Kenya, Gypsy Corner. We cannot wait for another person, or we cannot wait for another country to come in for us. We are the people here to fight for our own country. Hakuna mtu atakuja kutupigania. You see, kwa mfano mzuri nataka kuitoa. Unaona kama huyu mwanariadha wa Uganda alikuja kutibiwa Kenya, Moi Teaching and Referral Hospital. What does that mean? We are the best. And we are the best when we are doing this.
I think
when we are doing this,
I think the husband is Kenyan. I think he was within the country when they had this problem and he was taken to the hospital. It actually happened in Kenya.
No problem in that. No problem on that. Have you ever heard of a Kenyan being taken to Uganda for treatment? Or India?
Not really. Not really. In terms of hospital, I think we are the leading in in East Africa.
Yes, that is it. So it is because of what we are doing right now. We are screwing these people to do the right thing for our people. You see? Ikifika siku za campaign, tutakuja kukuuliza. Wewe ulikuwa umetuambia utatupatia hii pesa mfukoni mpaka wale hatujaiona. Lakini somebody somewhere want us to sit down and relax because he's from my tribe, he's from Eldoret. Nisimuulize ile pesa ulisema pesa mfukoni iko wapi? What if Raila Odinga was the president right now? Watu wa Eldoret wangesema nini kuhusu ile 6,000? Si angekuwa kwa barabara kila siku? So let's call a spade a spade, but not a big spoon. Tutaambiana ukweli. Na tunawaomba wakuje kwa platform kama hizi. Wasiende tu huko nje wakienda kukula pesa huko.
Yeah, that is why
wakuje kwa platform.
That is why we are trying to share the link. Atticus is saying thank you, the host, Mr. Ogoda. Not Ogoda. Makobura. You can also call me Kevin. Some people call me Governor Mtetezi. Some people call me MCA. I have so many names. Makobura, not Mr. Ogoda. And then I'm with Mr. Kip, Captain Kip, and Migoda. Migoda is not in red. Yes, I think I've clarified that. Thank you. I think we should move to the next topic, kindly. Atticus is asking, is Mr. Migoda, that is the right spelling actually. Mr. Bura, yes. Keep, yes, that is right. Thank you, Mr. Atticus, for your kind support as well, and everyone is watching. I think we should move to the next topic. The president has gotten into his he has just finished his second term. So I wanted us to play a clip here that summarizes what we've actually gone through during his reign, vis-a-vis the promises that he gave the people.
Ruto's 2 years in office, that is, from Kenyans, and today marks 2 years since President William Ruto took oath of office. Ruto rose to power on a platform of the bottom-up economic agenda, which he carefully worked into his hustler narrative during campaigns. But today, there are mixed reactions from Kenyans on his achievements, if any, in the last 2 years. Whereas a section of Kenyans feel he has managed to streamline the agriculture sector, the cost of living is his Achilles heel, with the majority of Kenyans saying he has failed to fulfill most of the promises he made.
Ni mtu tu tunamuona akienda safari za huku nje na hatuoni matunda. Kitu nilikuwa naambia president, hata kama anaenda hapo kutafuta pesa ama kazi, juu amesema juzi eti amerudi amepata kazi ya vijana. Hatujawahi ona vijana wakipelekwa na serikali kwenda US ama kwenda Qatar.
Mimi nasema uongozi wake tuseme haijakuwa mzuri vile, haijakuwa mbaya vile, manake sasa ukiangalia maisha inaendelea kuwa ngumu zaidi.
Watoto vyuo vikuu wanalia, wengine hawataweza kumaliza masomo. Yaani hayo ni mambo kadha wa kadha tu anafaa kuyaangalia, lakini yeye yumo safarini tu.
Upande wa kilimo, mimi naona serikali imeshikilia msimamo, imejaribu sana kuangalia wakulima pia wanafunzi naona pia walimu naona serikali walimu wakawa wapole.
Ile shida tuko nayo hapa Kenya ni barabara. Kuna mabarabara kama hii yetu kutokea Kapsabet kukuja huku. Wamejaribu lakini wanatuwekea tu viraka ambaye tusaidii, wakitoka kesho yake imeanza tena kupomoka.
Sisi wana bodaboda, rais atuahidi pia kwa hii serikali yake tunaweza kupiwa nafasi kwa serikali, lakini hatujaona hiyo chochote.
Sisi wa bodaboda tunahangaika sana, mafuta imeongezeka, hatuna vile tunaweza chimutu, at least tupate mapato yetu kiasi.
Ingawa siwezi mlaumu sana kwa sababu bado tunaona anajaribu, lakini I still feel like kuna room for improvement na kujali maslahi ya wananchi upande wa afya, elimu na maisha.
Mimi nataka kumwambia Ruto si mbaya. Wewe si mbaya Ruto. Kuna watu wanakusongelea karibu, ni marafiki wazuri, lakini wana vile umewatrust pia nao wana interest zao katika maisha.
Mpaka sasa tunaweza sema hii serikali haikuwa ya maslahi. Sisi kama maslahi, watu wa bodaboda, watu wa mkokoteni, watu wa mama mboga, hatujapata nafasi kwa hii serikali.
Afanye kazi kulingana na vile watu agreement ya miaka 5, na mimi naona ya kwanza inaendelea vizuri sana, lakini this time watu wanaona tena ameenda slow.
Kuronji miradi na taifa pia liko katika hali ngumu, haitusaidii. Manake kama sisi kazi yetu itakuwa ni kukopa na kuronji miradi, kukopa na kuronji, itakuwa ni kazi gani hiyo tunafanya?
Others have embraced what he has been doing, and others are still doing what you can see the bickering. Kama maandamano, unaandamana kwa nini? Kwani mtoto unaweza oa leo na bibi azae leo? You have to give him time. Unaweza kuwa hata wewe ndio mbaya. You cannot produce.
Sisi kwa saa hii tuna pigo kubwa sana. Hatujitambui kwamba tuko ndani ya serikali. Serikali ambayo imebakia ni ya viongozi peke yao. Wananchi tumeachwa nje.
President William Ruto is winding up his 2-day state visit to Germany to
Yes, Mr. Migod. What is your take? Has the president performed?
The president does not perform, and I've muted my mic.
Can you proceed?
I'm saying the president does not perform, and you said previously that in his second term, in his second year, not second term. I want to correct that. So the president has not performed because the president campaign. First, I want to pity with the people who are saying that the president has performed in that clip, the people who are applauding William Ruto. Those people, they don't live in this country. They don't live in Kenya. If they live in Kenya, then they are living in their own Kenya, in their minds. But the Kenyan people have not seen President Ruto delivering anything. Why am I saying so? He campaigned on a narrative that, first, he said that he will not allow any handshake. He will not bring the opposition people into government. Because the previous handshake was very unpopular and people did not like it. So people say that for us to enhance our democracy, then the person who has won the election from the government, the person who has lost the election to be opposition, to oversight. But here you have find William Ruto has brought Odinga into government. So he has not kept his promise when he was during the campaigns. During the swearing in at Kasarani, he swore in to protect, uphold, and defend the constitution. He has literally do the opposite by abducting people, by killing the peaceful protesters. That is in contrary with the constitution. It contravenes the Bills of Rights. He has no right to take anyone's life, and he has not come out to condemn the officers who are doing such activities. So he has failed terribly. When it comes to agriculture, where they are applauding William Ruto, those people, the same agriculture, there was a scandal in the fertilizer docket. And we understand there was even a mixture of mchanga and some stuffs with the fertilizer of Kenya. And fertilizers were supposed to be free because they were given as a grant by the Russian government. When they came into the country, they decided to sell it to the farmers. And you're a farmer, you are applauding Mr. Ruto because you have purchased a fertilizer at 2,000 and you're supposed to get it free. That is being primitive. When it's come to education, he has done nothing because people are saying that teachers to cool down, he will deal with teachers. When will he deal with teachers? They are forgetting that education cut across not only teachers, but also students. Currently, there is a new funding model which they are forcing into our throat at the university level. They have abandoned the old funding model and they have introduced the new funding model. Currently, comrades are fighting the new funding model. We want the old funding model. And after that, we want education to be free from kindergarten to university. In the history of this country, the first finance bill to be rejected was this one for 24-25 for William Ruto because it was overtaxing Kenyans. It was introducing high tax. There was no representation in that taxation. So the people who have been interviewed by the mainstream media who are saying that let us give him time, he has worked in education, they are citing education, agriculture. Those people, they don't live in this country. Let us just speak facts. So far, the Kabonyo-Kanyagwal project was launched, I don't know, like a year ago. Today, the only thing at Kabonyo-Kanyagwal is the foundation, the stone foundation, with the name of William Ruto. So from my point of view, as a citizen of this country and who have followed him keenly, he has not performed to the expectation of the citizen of Kenya. That is why currently he's very unpopular. And you have seen him, he has even introduced Raila to his mode of flying. Today they're flying with Raila. They were in China, today they're in Germany. So if he's not lying, he's flying. So we don't know if Raila will also start lying. Mr. President, from my point of view, he has not performed. And even his regime is the one which has get into deals with the Adani without involving the public. There's no public participation. They're just his ministers are just carrying out their own deals without involving the public, without the consent of the people of Kenya, without the consent of the National Assembly. So William Ruto administration has not performed for the last 2 years. Those are just few citations. There are many sectors where he has failed terribly. Look at the health sectors. Shifting of NIF to SHIF. Purely corruption. Look at the docket of the Interior and State Department. Currently, if for you to have an ID, you must pay 1,000 bob. It used to be free. There are many taxations being introduced. For you to get certificate of marriage, you have to pay 50,000. So the question is, should I marry or should I not marry? And so the economy is not moving. I don't think Mr. Ruto, since he got into the office, he has performed. He has terribly failed as the president for the last 2 years. There's no much I can give him.
Thank you, Mr. Meguda, for your comments. Captain Kip, kindly give us your take on it.
Kevin, also, you give us time to give our opinions. I also want you to give you time. Give us your take on the clips that you have played for the guys and Mama Boga there. I saw Mama Boga there. Can you tell us anything about that? Because
of course, I do.
And we are not getting. Are you satisfied with this government, maybe? And we are here just. Are you carrying?
I've been giving my opinion. Remember in the last conversation we had, I'm the one who's been closing with my remarks. So I give you time, you give your opinion, and then I close with my remarks. That is what I've been doing.
Okay, now let me say this anyway. No problem. That's another humor for adding the conversation to be a bit lively. You see, the border guy has talked like there from Nandi, and I hail and come from the same region, from that side of Mosorio down to Shamago. Just bottles, they just come and put some maram kidogo na wanaweka lami kidogo hivi, wiki mbili tatu imetoka. Yule jamaa ameongea hapo, ameongea ukweli, si ati amesema uongo. The whole road from Eldoret, I understand nowadays it is called a city. From Eldoret to Kisumu, the whole road needs to be recarpeted. I think another carpet of the road, maybe by fixing the potholes, and then they put a new carpet of the road or tarmac, because that is the old fashion, very old one. Even the previous governor, was like that, did not do anything. Now Stephen Tsang is going away. He has not done anything. It's just like that. The only hope for the people of Nandi and the people of Kisumu, Kakamega, and Uasin is the national government to recover the road from Eldoret to Kisumu. I think the road was cut like 4 counties, if I'm not wrong. It is touching Uasin County. It is touching Nandi County. It is touching Kakamega and also Kisumu. So all the 4 of them governors, they have to agree on how they are supposed to fix the road. To some kilometers, I think the largest part of it is on Nandi County, but the smallest is in Kakamega, and then Kisumu will take over that one. So it is starting from Nandi County, then we come to Kisumu and Eldoret. Oh yeah, that is what's an issue. They have a section of it from Eldoret town itself to sorry, that's a very like 24 kilometers, if I'm not wrong. So they have to fix all that. But the problem is the boundary people in every world, they suffer the most, because every government, they say, no, you don't belong to our side. The other government, you don't belong to our side. So you just hang in the boundary. You are not getting any development. But if the governors, they bring their heads together, they can fix the road of Eldoret Kisumu. Let's come now to Mama Mboga. The way Mama Mboga was talking there, I agree with Mama Mboga. William Ruto, I think he was just going to power and neglect the people of Kenya. Because right now, as we speak, he's no longer even talking of the narrative. Hii serikali itatengenezwa na Mama Mboga. Hii serikali itaundwa na kijana wa bodaboda. Hatujaona hata mmoja. Morara Gebaso ndio huyo alikuwa anajaribu kuingia hapo kidogo, wakajua ujanja yake, amelimwa nje. Sasa anakuja kutuambia sijui airport, sijui ndege ngapi. We are well informed. All Kenyans are well informed. Kenyans are very clever. Another thing is that President William Ruto, Raila Odinga, Musalia Mudavadi, Alfred Mutua, you are there in Germany. Why you people, you are there with the very, very big dignitaries of other countries, like the Chancellor of Germany? Why don't you secure jobs for Kenyans there when you are there? What are you going to do there? Because the other day, even we saw you in America. You didn't secure any job for a Kenyan. You are from China, together with your brother. You are, I think I call you brothers in arms. or brothers in crime, Raila Odinga. You are not securing any job in Kenya. You are taking our people to Saudi Arabia or the Gulf countries where there is no money. While you people are enjoying the flight to Germany and China and America and all other countries, where you know very well that if our people, Kenyan people, are taken there, they will dispense their knowledge. Kenyan people are very knowledgeable. Hata ukiona wale wa bodaboda wameongea pale, ukiangalia, ukisikiza Kiswahili yake vile anaweka Kiswahili vizuri, hauwezi sikia kuna makosa ya Kiswahili hapo. It's only that the accent inatoka kwamba hii ni accent ya Mkale, hii ni accent ya Mluya, ni accent ya Mjaluo. You see? But these people, they are knowledgeable enough to dispense their knowledge in other countries. Sisi watu wa Kenya, kasi ya manpower haitushindi. Ombea sisi kasi hata saa ukiwa Germany, kama unasikia. Dennis Itumbi, mwambie mtu yako atuombee kazi huko Germany, aombee wa Kenya na kwa nyumbani. Warahisishe mambo ya visa kwa mwenye anaenda kuandikwa kasi ya mkono. Usiende pale embassy umeitishwa makaratasi hata mpaka ya kwenda mbinguni ni afadhali. We are suffering. But give us a space. Provide us a space and we will reduce this suffering. Nikipunguza suffering saizi, mkipunguza suffering kwangu mimi. Kevin Obura hapa hata umia. Nitamwangalia vile nitamsaidia. Miguda hata umia. Nitamsaidia. Miguda akumpatia space hata yeye pia apate visa aende kwingine, atanifikiria penya yako. Kevin the same thing, atanifikiria penya yako. Our people in Kenya now, you see them, they're languishing in comment section there. Internet ya kukuja live hawana, but they feel like coming to the show. Tunaleta Starlink like the other day, wiki mbili tatu moja, umeanza kupiga vita Starlink. Kwa sababu Safaricom umeweka ni kama ni mama ya kila kitu. While these people, they would have been subscribing on Starlink, and they come here, we discuss the problems facing our country, and we fix it. Where are we heading to? Even that person who is dealing with IT, or the Minister for CA, Communication Authority of Kenya and whatever, tutakuweka hata wewe on toss. Kwa sababu unaweza nyemaje Starlink wasiingie kwa market, na unajua vizuri sana Safaricom vile inatunyanyasa. We need jobs. That's Kenyans are funny creatures. Ruto and Raila annoys us the most. These two people, they are annoying us. Wakati Ruto hakuwa ameingia kwa kiti, nikapata simu from my friend. He's not in Kenya anyway also. And he told me, bro, mbona unataka tuingize Ruto tena? Nikamuuliza hata yeye, mbona unataka tuingize Raila? Akaniambia yeye hataki Raila. Anataka hao watu wote waondoke. We need fresh people that they don't know anything about politics. They only know what the constitution entails and what is supposed to be given to the people of Kenya. Tunaanza unajua Ruto mtu ya nyumbani, sijui mtu yetu sijui imeenda pale ikafanya nini, na sasa sahi Raila ako ndani. Na wale watu wetu wa pande ile nyingine ya Nyanza tungewaambia mbona tunaingiza Raila, akasema sijui Amera nini, serikali ni yetu. Na sasa aidha ulipigia Raila, ulipigia Ruto, sahi tunakula chumvi moja. Raila sahi ndio huyo yeye ako VIP mwenye kusema kwa serikali, na hakupiga hata hakupigia Ruto mwenyewe kule, alijipigia yeye peke yake. We need to face out all these creatures from Kanu. Wote walitoka, hawa ni wanafunzi wa Moi, wote ni wanafunzi wa huyu Kenyatta mzee, wacha hii Kenyatta kijana. They know what they are doing to us. They are enriching themselves. Wakati tu wamekosana kidogo, Raila ndio huyo anaenda kwa Mugunchi Kibera. William Ruto ndio huyo anakimbia Eldoret. Sisi Wakale tunapigwa vita, sisi Wajaluo tunapigwa vita. Lakini sasa wako pamoja hivi, Mkali na Mjaluo haonekani. Wanaanza kusema oh, tunaenda Germany kutafutia watu wa Kenya pesa. Unaenda kutafuta pesa, yes. Mbona wewe usinitafutie kazi, nijifanyie kazi yangu, nijitafutie pesa? Sitaki pesa, nitafutie kazi. Wewe pesa, wewe kaa na pesa. Juu ukinipatia saa hii 200 Miguda ama Kevin unipatie 200, nitakula siku ngapi? Sitakula siku moja. Lakini ukinipatia kazi nitakula mwaka mmoja, sitanisaidia. Give us jobs that are well paying according to our knowledge in the countries that you know they are the best. Give us jobs in US huko. Give us jobs in France, Germany. Hiyo Germany mko saa hizi. Australia. Lakini mambo ya kukuja kwenda kutupatia sisi kazi hapa Saudi Arabia hapa. Sijui wapi. Hapana. Kuna haja. Is no need. Wacha nipande pilipili yangu nyumbani na nauza Eldoret hapo nikikula pilipili na nachuri. Is no need. Miguda or Gavin can continue.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Kip. I also wanted to give my opinion. It is truly painful that as a country, as much as we've tried making steps, we've tried educating the citizens of the Republic of Kenya. Kenyans are hardworking people. If you go to any continent, you'll find Kenyans there. Most of them actually not within the country, just because they've gone to look for greener pastures. They've gone to look for some job that can maintain them and their families. It is so painful that some few leaders that we have in the Republic of Kenya, they are not really seeing that. They're not seeing the effort that Kenyans are making just to even support their relatives who are back home. Instead of trying to make the country better, instead of trying to solve the economical challenges that we are having, instead of trying to open up the doors for many Kenyans so that as the people we can lift each other, they're not doing that. What we are seeing them doing is going to make deals, and these deals, it is so painful that the people of Kenya, the ones who are losing, they are making deals on behalf of the people of Kenya without even informing the people. They don't want to care about how Kenyans are working hard. They don't want to care. They don't want to care about the investment that the people of Kenya has put in place for themselves and for their families. Instead, what they are doing, few politicians, they don't even account to 5% of the population of the Kenya that we have. They are messing this country. They are choking us as a people. They don't want us to prosper. Instead of making laws which can help us grow, they are going to Adani to make a deal. They want kickbacks. We struggled with this airport. This airport has lost a lot of money, but the people of Kenya, through their taxes, have been bailing it out. The people in government are not seeing that. Now they are going to make a deal behind the scene, without informing the people of Kenya. They're making deals, and they're even requesting for kickbacks without the knowledge of the people of Kenya. A young man who just left or left school in class 2. The other time when the people of Kenya were going for demonstration, a young man, you can imagine, someone who left school in class 2 has a full knowledge of how painful it is for a country to lose an airport. The young man came out and he cried. He reminded the people of Kenya that you have to wake up. The airport is going. The airport is being sold to a Muindi. And some people said, I saw the comments, some people said, oh, this one, because he left school in class 2, he knows nothing. You who know something, you who has gone to high school, to universities, what are you doing to protect your country? That is the question. You who has gone and studied something, how are you giving back? with the knowledge you have to solve the problems that we have. We who have energy, what are we doing? Are we fighting to ensure that we safeguard our interests as a people? Are we fighting to ensure that we fight for the future of our children and the people who will be coming after we've gone? We are here today because there are people who fought for independence, the likes of Kimathi. There are so many people who died. Some of them are not even being recognized. They did what they did. Currently, we're enjoying this democracy out of the blood of people. Their blood which was shed so that we have this democracy that we have. What are we doing, the people of this generation, to ensure that we also do something for our future children, for the future generation? Those are the questions that we should ask ourselves as a people. We need to come back to our mind and realize that the main reason, me as a believer, as a Christian, the main reason why we exist and the main reason why I call myself a Christian is I have a duty to make this country, to make this world better, so that whoever is going to come is going to find it good. They're going to appreciate the fact that there are people who had existed and they did this. Now we're enjoying. So as a people, we need to work hard. We need to stand firm. We need to fight for our rights, fight for the rights of others. Let us not just fight for our own rights, but fight for the rights of others as well. You know, God, we have different talents. There are people who cannot speak for themselves. If you can speak for them, kindly come out and speak for them without fear, because that way, of course, that also is that also shows that you are continuing with the work of God. Continuing with the work of God means you are standing with your brother, you're standing with your sister, you're speaking on their behalf if someone cannot speak on their behalf. If someone, kama mtu anawakanyaga, unasimama unawaambia hapana, huyu ni ndugu yangu. We are all human beings. We all have blood in us. So even this issue of racism, this issue of saying, oh, these people are from this tribe, these ones are Kalenjin, these ones are Kikuyu, Kisi, we should stop this nonsense. We are all human beings. We've got brains, we've got blood. Let us reason. Let us remember that we all have blood. We are human beings. When we are pained, we feel the pain. When we are abused, we feel the pain. Let us stop these issues of tribalism, which is widening the problems that we have as a country. Let us not be too much dwelling on how we are going to get wealth. Let us not dwell too much on the wealth of the world, because even if you're given, you will still die and you leave everything. So we have to think positive. We have to try live a upright life, and we have to stand to ensure that we do what is right. The president has not really done the way he promised the people. So we have a right as a people. If he promised and he did deliver, there's nothing wrong. If we tell him we are not criticizing him. We're just reminding him of something that he promised and he didn't. So we are not, some people might say that, oh, because these people are from this region, they don't want. No, we all want the best for our country. Wanting the best means if you're a leader, you said something, we're just reminding you. We're just trying to give solutions. We're not criticizing everything. So let us be positive. Let us welcome criticism. Let us try to look into criticism so that we can try make the right decision. You know, when you are criticized, that is when you can also get to understand where you've gone wrong. Yeah, so those are my comments on that. Maybe Kip, if you have something to add on that.
Maybe a question that I want to ask is how the diary of the State House is being prepared. Because even this person who is making this diary for president, for me, I see this thing is like flipping in the job. There is no way a president can come from another country without even resting for one day. He's in another country. I see, but that there is something wrong with even the person who, or the PA who is preparing the diary. There is something that we are trying to hide from Kenyans, that we are doing very fast things. China haraka haraka, enda upite, enda Germany, enda ongea na wale wa Germany, then call us huku China, tutajua what we can do. I think there is something wrong with the diary, and if I'm not wrong, I think a lot of corruption is happening. That is why mnakimbiza maneno haraka haraka sana. Ndio Wakenya sisi wa baadaye tunakuja tunaamuka, ushanunua chopa, mko chopa ya 10 huko, no, not chopa, planes uko kwa ndege ya 10 huko, saa hii uko na 6. You want to run Jkia by yourself. So saa hii umeenda German huko, unataka kuchukua German Boeing huko 787 or 737 whatever, you could just see from 6 equal 10. Who knows? Maybe after Germany, even after Germany, maybe unakuja kwenda US tena. So the controller of the state, who is, I think, Katoru, whatever, Katole Mitito. So
I want to add something on what you said. Sometimes back, before the demonstration by the Gen Zs, in the same platform, I used to say that the people of Kenya are going, the government or the people in leadership, they're trying to push the people of Kenya in a corner or to a corner. These people will get back, they will react. And they said that whatever the government is trying to impose on people, these people are going to get tired at one point and they will fight back. And I'm telling you, I will replay that clip. I'll look for it and then we'll play it in the next session. The same thing happened. The Gen Zs, or the people of Kenya, at some point they felt that this government is totally not listening to us. You know, saa zingine inafikanga to a point where mtu anakusukuma, umenyamaza tu, and then it gets to a point where you simply find unajipata tu you've exploded.
I think Kevin, do you remember, Kevin, just a minute, do you remember when we started on Mutembei? Do you remember?
Yeah, I was there. Actually, that is where
what I say that kuna siku itafika hatutaita mtu akuje kwa mgomo.
Yeah,
utakuja peke yako.
I remember the same
I say that kila mtu atajileta peke yake kwa mgomo, according to what is happening in our country. Nobody will call you for demonstrations. You'll just come by yourself. You see what Gen Zs have done? Only their telephones.
It's still going to happen. It is still going to happen.
The worst is coming.
Yeah, if these people are not going to listen, we want to remind the people in leadership. It is still going to come. And if it comes this time round, the people are going to ask them, you've been in politics, you've been a leader. We want back everything that you own, because everything that you own is a proceed of corruption. That is what is going to come in. So if they don't solve the issues at hand now, the people of Kenya will go to the president, William Ruto, tell us what you own. We know what you own. We know the money. You know, the funny thing is that even the people who helped them get those resources, they're the people who will come out and say, well, I was there. The money was used to do this. The people of Kenya will go to those premises and they will take everything, because all those things are proceeds of corruption. We are reminding them that they should not let the people of Kenya get to that stage, because if you get to that stage, they will lose everything. So they should solve the problems that we have. Let them not dwell too much on making wealth. Wealth will not help them. You know, uliona hapa dakika kidogo watu wali strike kidogo tu, lakini zile vitu ziliharibika ni mingi sana. People lost so many. So how do you fight when the citizens are now coming to you, how will you fight? Where will you hide? So these people, they're not, unajua shetani pia, wanasema shetani pia inafanya mambo. They've been blinded, they don't want to see.
You know, they think when we are talking here, wanafikiria tumekosa usingizi, tumekosa kitu ya kufanyia bundles. Mbona wakati alisikia wana occupy State House akaanza kuitana?
And now he has forgotten. He has forgotten. Hatujasahau. We've not forgotten. We wanted to go there.
And
We will get
go there.
Yeah.
Tutawatoa kwa hiyo State House. Sahi, as we talk, we are so much now full of pain. Because how can you are taking the opposition leader to China, tukajua tu hiyo mnaenda kuomba kura ya AU. Now you are in Germany together with somebody is even holding a position that is not in the constitution of Kenya as a prime cabinet secretary. You are in China and you are very much busy taking photos and posting on your Twitter. Kutuingiza ile uchungu kabisa, tusikie uchungu vizuri. We will come back for that. We will revisit.
Yeah.
They were discussing today on X. We have to revisit.
We shall. If they don't solve our problems, as a people, we shall come out to protect ourselves. We shall come out to get the people out, those who are not solving our issues. There are so many people who are leaders outside here. Mr. Meguda, maybe you can also say something.
What I know about the hijacked demonstration protest, you know, remember during the demonstrations, that 25th June, people came out, many properties were destroyed, people invaded even the homes to those MPs. Remember, Kimani Kuria, MP for Molo, his house was burnt down. Kimani Chungwa, ECDF office was burnt down. Many things were destroyed in Nairobi. Those people, so remember, if people could have just marched to all those premises of these politicians, what a country could we be having? So people will reclaim those things back, whether you call them genuine or not, but because we are part and parcel of the politician or of the leaders of this country, one day people will just wake up and march to State House, march to all those premises and occupy everywhere. That is when they will know that the people are sovereign. And the people, right now we are not just, people are just quiet. Not that people are afraid or people don't want to talk. People are just strategizing. When they will wake up one day, and this is not a threat, these leaders will realize that we are aware of the deeds they are doing, and we know that they are not governing us. They're busy looting, they're busy with the corruption, they're busy with their interests, they're busy with their business. They don't mind the common electorate. So that time will come. And no, we used to say that, you know, when I was calling some of my Gen Zs, I was asking them that, okay, bros and sis, now these people have hijacked our movement. What is the next? What next? They told me in a reply that kuna ingine inakuja, it is not over. We will come back big. So I believe them. One day people will wake up in this country. And if you are a victim, if you're a politician, people will not spare you because maybe you are not corrupt. Everybody will be held accountable. People will assume that all those massive wealth that you have accumulated, those are a source of corruption. And that's why sometimes I pity these people. Why must you be corrupt? Why must you accumulate massive wealth at the expense of the people? And you can't even live beyond 200 years. And even if you left those properties behind, mostly the people who are remaining those properties, they usually sell those properties. Me, I have never understand why someone must get a lot of money. Maybe I don't know how it works, or maybe I don't like money. But I don't know. Everybody likes money, but I don't understand why must an individual accumulate so much wealth at the expense of the people because he has been appointed or elected in that position. This issue of corruption one day will come to an end. and it will end bitterly. Many people will lose those properties. Remember even that time during the ODM demonstration, 2023, people moved to Ouru's farm at the Northlands. So some people cut trees, some people stole mbuzi, some people stole sungura. You see, some people also went to the company of Raila, that for gas cylinder. They wanted to invade that company. So the public is aware. They know where these properties are. Right now, everybody knows that Western Hotel belongs to Ruto. So people can invade Western Hotel and take everything that those things belongs to them. You see, one day people will wake up. So even if you are in those positions, you are busy accumulating so much wealth. You are building many flats in Nairobi. You are grabbing lands. You see. So by the time people will wake up one day in this country, some of these people will not like it. My advice to the people: if you are a leader, don't be a dealer. Don't like this thing of dealing. And everywhere people like making deals. So these deals one day will erupt, and it will eventually bite these people.
Very true. We are not spending this much time just speaking. We speak here because we love this country and we're just a concerned citizens.
Just to inject you kindly, I want to inject you. We are not speaking because we are just for the sake of speaking. We are speaking what people are saying because we are interacting with the people on a daily basis on the ground or the social media. So whatever we are saying here, this is the real situation on the ground. The people are not happy with these leaders. No Kenyan is happy with these politicians. They're just waiting for their time.
Thank you. And also the reason why there are some people who are still watching now, they also care about this country. And they want a country that is favorable, a country that is prosperous, a country that respects their right. Because this is like home. We are Kenyans. We belong here. We have a right to protect what is ours. So we are simply protecting our home. And that is why we are spending too much time being here, just having this discussion. The people who are responsible should look into these issues we are talking about here and try advise the people in leaders, or they put this advice that we're giving here in place. The people of Kenya are going through a lot. The people of Kenya are finding it tough to survive. It is so funny that millions of Kenya cannot even afford their basic needs, and then someone who is a president, or who is a deputy president, who is a member of parliament or cabinet secretary is busy looting. They're becoming billionaires. It is so funny that very few Kenyans are the people who are millionaires, I mean billionaires, and then the majority, 95%, 90% are not rich. They're suffering in poverty. So that's a clear explanation that truly the people in leadership are not doing us justice. So the people, you have to come out and remind them that it is not all about accumulating wealth. They have to serve the people of Kenya. We gave them a chance because we believed that they would turn around things. They came convinced us that they are able to turn this economy. That is why we believed in them. They came and told us how they would make laws which would help us. They're not doing that. So the people, we have a right to criticize and to remind them. That is what we are doing. Mr. Kip, maybe your last remarks. We are almost closing.
Maybe there's some day or some a clip I saw this guy from ESCC saying that they have reclaimed state property from where and where and where.
Yeah, that was it yesterday? Some from
it was the other day.
Yeah.
And I don't know. the authenticity of these properties. Is it really the truth, or they are just to be said from the media? But when we go to the documentation, they are not there. How can we understand that really there is some land that was reclaimed in Eldoret, there is some land that was reclaimed in Mukuru, Kwanjenga, or whatever? Because I know there's a lot of some land in Eldoret that has been taken.
Why are they not starting with the western one? Because that is the
yes,
truth.
Sure.
It is not. It is
because
even
the other day when the story of Weston was fuming, we had even to come home where I come from, you understand, and we talked to some elders there that can you talk to the president now? By then he was the deputy president. Ask him if it is true that this land is not his property. Why does he not hand over? He can hand over this land and leave it. That is not the end of the world.
Just because there are so many other things that go on. Why must he just?
Why each and every day Weston?
Yeah.
But now we didn't get any answer.
As a president, why is he? Why like he is the president? He should show us the way. He should act with the good faith to people. Act like an example to others. As a president, mbona siate tu hii naseme hapa mali tumefika. Hata mimi yenye hii Weston mali iko ni ya public nimeata, so let others follow the same suit. Why?
Exactly. Because those are some of the things that even some of us, when we are in some place, we try even to talk. And I tell you people, even in some countries that some of us we are in, there is nothing they don't. They know everything. And they know even a president now in Kenya is from Kalenjin. And when you say from Kalenjin, they ask you, is it Nandi? They know how to pronounce all those things. They ask you. And after that, he keeps quiet. He goes for another 1 week. You say you are from which side of it? Oh, is the president the one who is taking some land? You answer that. He goes another 1 week. He comes with another question. These people are very clever enough. They don't take anything you are telling them for granted. They take it, they keep it, and they keep quiet. They wait for you to forget, and they come back again. You see? So, for president, if at least now that everything that belongs to the people of Kenya is being reclaimed, we should return everything. Leave that legacy. 2 terms as a president, because maybe you continue for the 2 terms, is not something very far. It will just end.
We've given them enough.
It might even end when we are in Germany, like today.
Yeah.
3 years is not far.
What you can say is that we've given them enough time to redeem themselves. They don't want to redeem themselves. One day, people of Kenya shall go for what belongs to them, and it will be messed with casualties.
You see, Kevin, they take the lands from the riparian lands. You understand what I mean when I say riparian land? But in some countries that we are, all the riparian lands wamejenga barabara ya serikali kupunguza traffic jam, na hiyo barabara kama itabebwa na maji ni ya serikali, si yako. Hakuna mtu atakilini. Na tumeona imejengwa barabara mzuri sana, hata hiyo maji ikikuja Yesu kuza barabara. Mpaka imewekewa wall, maji imewekewa wall kubwa sana. Inapita tu. Na wauliza wanasema hapana, hii ilitengenezwa ipunguze jam na ni shamba la serikali. Ndio maji ikikuja inapita tu. Lakini hapo kando kuna barabara ya serikali. Hakuna mtu atasema ati barabara ilijengwa kwa shamba yake. Like you see now from Nairobi dam hiyo yote ingejengwa kutoka ile Mathare Kasarani yote hiyo ifuate hiyo maji mpaka hapa Nairobi na ipatiwe exits ya kuingia city, singekuwa imepunguza jamu kwa Thika Road. But we are reclaiming these riparian lands for nothing. Inakaa tu pale, ina host wakora, ina host what do you call, machokora wanakuja kuibia wananchi wa Kenya. Instead of making barabara na tunaweka miti iko beautiful, even though itakuwa maji ya uchafu inapita, but ikikuwa clear, hiyo maji ya uchafu ikikuwa clear, ikuwa inapita tu direct bila kusimama mahali, hiyo harufu yote haitakuwa. Harufu itakuwa inaenda mpaka the main sewage. Na hivyo ndio wamefanya kwa nchi kama hizi kwenye tuko. Hata uwezi jua hii ni maji ya sewage, ni maji safi, lakini unaambiwa ni chafu, ni maji ya sewage. So for our country, we need more. We need more than what we have. Our people, our Kenyan people are very clever enough, and they cannot even waste a single minute on wasting time. Wanatumia hiyo muda kutafuta pesa.
Yeah,
Especially from where we are so much clever.
Kenyans are the brightest people in the continent.
Exactly.
I mean, not even in the continent, in the world. We've produced
the president,
of the superpower nation.
And that is why they have gone even to Australia.
Yeah.
They have now, they are it's a Kenyan place in Australia.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kenyans are blessed people, but we at home we are not doing the same. You know, if we've gone to an extent where I'm sure you guys who have traveled, I'm sure if you're out there, if you tell someone you're from Kenya, automatically they will know that you're from Kenya. Kenya is a place that is not known in Africa. But
even the way we walk,
but it becomes painful. It becomes painful if you tell them that the president has even grabbed land. If they get to know that the president has grabbed public land, it becomes painful if you tell them, if they hear that there is corruption within the government. It becomes painful if you tell them that there are no good roads, that people are suffering. It becomes very painful. So we still have a long way to go. Wherever you are, you have to fight to ensure that you remind the people in leadership that they have a role. Wherever you are, whether you are within the country or outside, if you are out, kindly remember that there are people who are still back here and we're trying to fight. You can support them by reminding them that even where you are, people are just fighting to ensure that their country looks good and better and better. Yeah, so I think we are almost now closing. Before we close, I want to take this opportunity to sincerely thank all the viewers, those who have been commenting, those who have been watching. We are very much grateful. We've gone for quite long. We've gone for almost more than 2 hours. We are very, very much grateful. Thanks for being with us. Gibson Connor is saying here that the first congestion road in UK, then Europe, was designed by a Kenyan. Kenyans have produced the best people. Kenyans have produced even the best leaders in the world. It is known. So we are superhuman beings because we are blessed. But what are we doing back at home? There are problems that you are facing as a people. So we still need to fight to ensure that we resolve the problems that we are facing as a people. We still need to stand strong so that we don't let few people that we've given power to mismanage us. Miguda, you can say something as well before we finish.
First, I'd like to appreciate our viewers. We are very grateful. It has been good conversation, whereby our viewers have been on the comment section, very interactive indeed. Let us continue pushing, let us continue coming. We should discuss on our conversation should be based on the issue base, not on the tribe, not on the parties. Those are past discussions. We should discuss based on the issue base, our laws, the Constitution of Kenya, and also we should link it with the contemporary world so that we can move as a nation where the first world are, because that is our aim. So thank you for tuning. Just continue supporting us through viewing. That is so part of supporting us. For those people who have come here for the first time, just simply subscribe. You can share the video in whatever platforms. You can like, and also we are open to criticism. Those people can give us negative comments. We welcome them, but let them be objective. Also, you can give us thumbs down if you dislike our video, because we are very much open. That's why we opt from mainstream media to the social media. Bye bye. See you next time.
Okay, thank you. I'm also grateful that you guys joined the show. My panelist, Kip, I don't know, I think he has dropped. We are very much grateful, Mr. Kip, wherever you are. Thanks for joining. We are grateful to our commentators, the people at the comment section, Antikas, Annie, Gibson Corner, Judith, Kenya Newsline, Matoma Candidates, Kisumu Newsline, Benson, thank you so much. We are very much grateful. Thanks for your time. Thanks for being with us. Captain is back. Let me give him a chance to say bye-bye to the people before we close. Mr. Captain, your last remarks. Captain, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Your last remarks.
Network imeniangusha.
Pole. Maybe your last remarks ama bado uko na mambo?
Bana mimi sinanga maneno bwana. Nyinyi ndio mko na maneno, mnatuambia maneno. Tunaweka meza hapa.
Okay. Si tulikuwa tunataka kufunga.
Haina maneno, tunaweza funga tu, kesho ni siku nyingine pia.
Okay, yeah. So saying
tumebaki na karibu masaa mangapi? Sita, tumebaki karibu na 4 hours tuende kibarua tena.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so sisi huku ni 12:42 midnight.
Karibu na 6 hours.
Yeah, so itabidi sasa tupumzike. Wale ambao wako maeneo mengine, tumeshukuru sana. We are very much grateful. Thanks, Mr. Kip, for always coming to the show. Thanks for always giving your opinion. We are very much grateful. We don't take it for granted. To everyone, we are grateful.
Maybe what I can just say is that I'm also grateful to you people. And I really appreciate you guys for giving us the platform to give out our problems to the whole world, to understand that Kenya is more than what you know as Kenya. Kenya is, we have not yet even achieved a quarter of what we want. We need more than what we have now. Kenya is a very big country. Kenya is a very clever country. Kenyan people are very clever. Kenyan people are very generous, very welcoming. That is why we need our country to be in the arena of other countries when times comes that which are the best countries. Kenya, we want it to be there.
Thank you.
We will fix our nation. We will fix our nation accordingly. As long as we are given the platform as it is right now, as long as we are given the arena to air our views, and also the internet, people, we appreciate you. We really say that subscribe, like, share to other people, welcome your friends, tell our people wherever they are that we are discussing how we are fixing the country at this time, at that time, and we will have the best. If the country was not the best during your age time, let it be the best at the time of your children. Know that you will leave your children when they have the best country. And our children will leave it being more than the best than how they found it. And that is how our nation has to be. This country is for all of us. No one can claim Kenya to belong to one person. We have all fixed this nation. We are fixing it right now, and we need the best for our people. Let's come together when it comes to online discussion like today, tomorrow, the next day. All that you need to have is your phone, internet, your machine, laptop, and internet, and you are good to go. You will be here with us until we put the time like this. Thank you very much, Kevin. It's your time.
Okay, thank you so much to everyone. We are grateful as we are closing. I would like to wish you a blessed night to those who are going to sleep. To those who are just waking up, have a good morning. Those who are continuing their day, have a blessed day. We are very much grateful. Thank you so much. Until tomorrow, we are saying bye-bye.